such people, the history of such people who have changed destinies of countries, of mankind, and we have lost them, but they have become martyrs to human history. So this is a unique occasion that here we dedicate the Indira Gandhi Gold Plaque Award, itself a memorial to a great woman, a great human being, a great dreamer, a great idealist, a great builder of modern India, along with his illustrious father, Jawaharlal Nehru. So this memorial plaque being given as memorial to another human who have the unity of minds, who had the unity of minds. It was pleasure to see Indira Gandhi and Olof Palme talking to each other. It was a treat. I had the occasion to look, both of them meeting, and I could see that they were just engrossed in endless, it looks that they could talk the whole day and even hours and hours and hours, but it would never finish, I think, because they had common ideals to cherish. They had so many dreams to fulfill. So, Madame, how shall I welcome you? I have no words. And I can only say that there is a very well-known couplet which an immortal poet has given us. उजाले अपनी यादों के हमारे साथ रहने दो, न जाने किस गली में जिंदगी की शाम हो जाए. It means, oh my dear friend, oh my dear brother, oh my immortalized brother, let us be illumined by the immortal light of your life. We do not know ourselves. In what place, in what dwelling, and in what street, in what known or unknown address we will ourselves go away, melt away from life. We do not know, but till we are alive, illumine our lives by the light of your immortality. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you very much, sir, for your very moving and very inspiring address. I now request Mr. Jagannath Chakravarti to read the citation and to say a few words.
Honorable Minister, Mr. Tiwari, Mrs. Lisbeth Palme, friends. Before, on behalf of the Asiatic Society, our Honorable Minister presents the plaque. I will read out the simple citation and also make a few words, comments on this occasion. We have noticed that our Honorable Minister felt so much enthused by recalling the past association with a great mind. And he also said that we have some people in our midst sometimes who can dream, who are dreamers, but who can dream reality. And there are very few people who can dream tomorrows for mankind. So we do not know what will be the shape of tomorrows for us, but we are all working hard for a better tomorrow, for an excellent world where next generations will live. And this occasion, particularly of the Asiatic Society, is very significant because it is an occasion of union. We find the union of minds, union of ideas, and in these two names, two great names of two great leaders, of two great minds, have been associated, one representing the West, another representing the East, one representing the affluent North, and the other representing the poverty-ridden and problem-ridden South. But both of them realized in their lifetime that unless the two meet, unless there is union of understanding between different people, different kinds of ideas, different kinds of systems, well, there cannot be any future of mankind. And it is an excellent thing that Mr. Palme lived for some time in this country, and we feel that there is some spirit of this country which was built up by the ideas of people like Mahatma Gandhi, like Indira Gandhi, who were martyrs. This union of martyrs from the West, union of martyrs from the East, from the North, from the South. And the Asiatic Society itself was founded, as our Vice President has very excellently stated. It was founded by also another dreamer who came from the West, but he fell in love with the East. Not only fell in love with the East, he realized that unless the East and West realized, understood each other, there was no future for mankind. So he wanted that whatever, say, in Asia, whatever people made or nature gave, have to be understood and have to be studied. Now, this is a very memorable occasion where our External Affairs Minister, Mr. Tiwari, very happily, while he was recalling, we felt Mrs. Palme was not only a person, but a symbol, and a symbol of not only today, the working people who are struggling hard for the future, but for mankind, for the future of mankind. Thank you all.
To kindly hand over the Indira Gandhi Gold Plaque to Madam Palme.
Recording हो रही है ना?
I now request Madam Palme to say a few words.
To be able to participate in this ceremony where the Indira Gandhi plaque of the Asiatic Society is posthumously awarded to my husband, Olof Palme. And I'm feel very honored also that you came from Calcutta and to make all this long journey, because this is a very moving traveling for me to your country, and I really appreciated that you could come here, even if it is far away from your own town. Olof was here in India exactly 1 year ago. His journey to this country became very important to the work he did during the last month of his life. This is where he drew inspiration, because he felt a strong response to the message he brought with him. He talked about this at the first Indira Gandhi Memorial Lecture. He had worked with Indira Gandhi for international disarmament, and he felt that he and Rajiv Gandhi also shared a common purpose in the struggle against the nuclear arms race. They both participated in the Five Continent Initiative, working for a total nuclear test ban and for a halt to the militarization of space. And they had met here in Delhi exactly 2 years ago for the very first Five Continent Summit, with its clear demands that the nuclear arms race must be reversed. Their argument was that this is a question not only for the nuclear weapon states, but for all people on Earth. The nuclear arms issue is the great fatal issue of our time. People must join forces to influence the political leaders and to demand that the machinery of war is transformed to disarmament. The resources must instead be used for a peaceful building of society, like health care for children and mothers, schools, hospitals, environmental protection, and much else. The other large issue which Olof worked hard with during his last month after the visit to India was the policy of apartheid in South Africa. He constantly returned to this issue, and he had started 40 years ago. Then he had participated in raising money for black students in South Africa who had been thrown out of their schools. He did that through, together with his friends, donate blood for which they received money. This was then forwarded to the students in South Africa, and that was 40 years ago. Olof made his last speech on this issue 1 week before he was killed. Until the end, he was agitated by the perverse system of the Botha regime, which makes it possible even to murder children, to torture them, and to humiliate them. For all human association, it is important to take a stand on some vital issues, like the Asiatic Society has done. This is the only way in which human dignity can be upheld. And I would like to close by quoting, as so many of us has done these days, as I have done too on previous occasion, where Olof's memory has been honored, from the speech which he had to the memory of Indira Gandhi last year. In the speech, he talked about his first visit to India in 1953. He described a journey to a village in the south of his country, and I want to end by quoting him. I stayed there for 10 days, living in a section of the temple, following the daily life of the village. I became deeply impressed by the quiet dignity of people. Whenever I hear talk about economic and political development, I return to this village near Bangalore as a reference point. That is where so much of the future is decided. As this happened in my most formative years, I will always carry a bit of India with me. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister for External Affairs, Shri N.D. Tiwari, Madam Lisbeth Palme, Shri Santosh Mohan Deb, Honorable Minister for Communications, Professor M.M. Chakravarti, Professor Jagannath Chakravarti, and other office bearers of the Asiatic Society, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. By a fortunate turn of circumstances, the ICCR has been privileged to host this evening's function. Madam Palme was originally invited to visit Calcutta to receive the Indira Gandhi Gold Plaque of the Asiatic Society. Since her visit to Calcutta did not materialize, it was agreed that the ceremony would be held in Delhi instead. ICCR is proud and happy to be associated with the function, and I thank the Asiatic Society for giving us this opportunity. Madam Palme, your speech yesterday after receiving the Jawaharlal Nehru Award was profound and moving. In your characteristic, gentle manner, you underlined the deep social, economic, and political commitments which Mr. Olof Palme held dear to his heart. You have given us a further opportunity this evening to listen to Mr. Olof Palme's message of peace. I take the opportunity of thanking you profoundly for accepting the ICCR's invitation to visit India in connection with the Jawaharlal Nehru Award for International Understanding. We do hope that you will find time to come to India again and again, and keep alive the invisible bonds which linked Olof Palme with India. I'd like to express my grateful thanks to the Honorable Minister for External Affairs, Shri N.D. Tiwari, for sparing the time to preside over this function today. Little did we realize when we invited him to join this program, how strong and deep are his connections with Sweden and with the Palme family. It is therefore most fitting that the Indira Gandhi Gold Plaque of the Asiatic Society should be handed over to Madam Palme by Shri N.D. Tiwari. And finally, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us this evening.
Bye-bye.